On to you, Taurus. So you have the Four of Raphael, the Ten of Ariel, and then you, Taurus, also have the Ace of Gabriel. Let me tell you, I got so much stuff to do tomorrow. I'm not going to upload any videos tomorrow as far as produce any, but I got so many things. Look, if you want to come get a reading from me, come holler at me today, because I'm not even going to lie. Tomorrow, I'm going to be swamped with things around the house and things that I got to do. But listen, the four of Raphael, the Ten of Ariel, and the Ace of Gabriel right here speaks to how you, Taurus, okay, good. A lot of you were fragile for the relationships, and um, you were fragile for relationships that happened that should have been better to you, right? You should have had better quality experiences. But now you, Taurus, are okay. You're a lot better than where you were. Like I said before, the last Taurus reading that I talked about, you're doing better. That hasn't changed. You're doing better than where you were. Ace of Gabriel. Okay, so some of you did decide to actually go back to school. Some of you did decide to start investing. Some of you probably decided to start up a new business. You did exactly what it is that I said that you were going to do the last time a few days ago, and you're better off doing it. The Two of Raphael and the Five of Raphael, however, represents yourself and your next goals in a sense that now other people who essentially could have had you around are going to have to kind of be proverbially, spiritually, and sometimes even physically kicking themselves. Yes, you can kick yourself. They're going to be kicking themselves over the fact that they had you, and they basically squandered the opportunity to be with you, right? Especially now, since you, Taurus, are positioning yourselves to be in a better position in life. I said this before. You're going to go back to college. Some of you are going to go to trade school, pick up a fast trade. You have the mind for it. Do your thing, make more money. Some of you will create a brand new job. You'll create a job, meaning that create a business. When you create a job, you are creating a business. There's plenty of business incentives. This is why I have this YouTube channel. You can start up LLCs, holding companies. You could put trusts. You could localize your business in any state, depending on where you are and what it is that you're talking about. Other countries have different things, but I know here in New York, I could say I can put it anywhere in the union. I could say anywhere in the 50 states, right? Alaska, whatever. And so there's many business advantages, right? You can pay for living expenses that as long as they have to do with your business. And fortunately for me, they do. I can pay my rent, I can pay my phone bill, all of these bills. And yes, they are necessary in order for me to keep this business going, because I have to have electricity. I have to have my phone up and running. These are real life things. I seriously, I have to, check my TV and stuff like this to see what the stocks are, because I invest in those things. So the point that I'm trying to make here with that is that you're in a better position because you, Taurus, you're in a better position because you, Taurus, have put yourself in that better position. You didn't just wait around and wait to see. You, Taurus, actually are doing your thing. You're living your life, you're enjoying it, and you are the ones that's actually creating the purpose for you. Now, again, this is not very religious, but it is very spiritual, because in spirituality, that's what you do. You create your own purpose. Instead of, and this is what I mean when I say that if you're spiritual, you're not religious. If you're religious, you're not spiritual, because you're not. And again, nothing against people who are religious. I'm just making it clear that religious people, right, give the glory to their deity, right? As opposed to spiritual people, they create their own purpose from start to finish. And so the situation with that is that's what you, Taurus, are doing. You created your purpose. You knew that you wanted to go back to school, start your business, or start investing, and so that's what you did. And so now other people, people specifically who never took the time to get to know you, or people who essentially wasted your time, if they still know you, if they still have some form of way to see you, wait until they get a chance to actually see you, Taurus, because y'all, if they thought that you were attractive before, knowing you, Taurus, y'all are really gonna make yourselves look even better. One of the first things that I started to do when I got some bread was I started to dress better compared to how I used to be. Back in them days, I used to dress in all black clothing. People used to think that I was gothic because I had baggy pants, but I had the black t-shirt. But it's not that I was gothic. What it was is that I didn't know my waistline. I didn't know my pant size. I didn't know my waistline. And I didn't even know what goes with what, right? So I just wore black because black goes with anything. So a lot of times, and I listened to heavy metal and stuff like this because I was angry. But a lot of people, but I never painted my fingernails or my toenails or none of that, right? But a lot of people thought I was goth, and I was like, where did y'all get that from? And they're like, yo, you dress like you gothic. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that was wild when I found out that that was their revelation. But nah, I'm not. Nah, I'm not gothic. Nah, I'm not gothic. I thought about it, but nah. But one of the first things I started to do when I started to get some bread is I started to know how I learned my waistline, my pant size in the first place was it was 2017 when Conor McGregor threw the dolly at the bus. I tell this story off camera all the time when people ask or when I tell them, right? And what happened is that when he got arrested, I had a person, I'm not gonna say who, but they're a YouTuber, they're pretty popular. Shout outs to Jay, whatever, I'll say it. Shout outs to Jay the Black. Anyway, he talked about the stuff that Conor McGregor was wearing because I kind of wanted to emulate that style. I kind of wanted to dress like that and kind of create my own after that. And he talked about how Conor McGregor had on skinny jeans because it was giving a description of his clothes and stuff like this on what he was looking like that day. And I said, oh, that's how you achieve the look. And so, like I said, started dressing better, had cologne, you know what I mean? Started putting on, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of jewelry. It ain't obviously it's not gold and none of that or any of that, but just started taking a little bit more kind of pride in how it is that I look. And that's essentially what it is I'm telling y'all. Like y'all are getting richer. So like it's, a lot of you Taurus probably gonna go and spend a bag on some clothes. Try not to spend so much on clothes, but if people see you later compared to now again, you Taurus already look good. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie and act like y'all Taurus don't look good, but I'm saying compared to later, y'all are really gonna turn heads if y'all are like into fashion and stuff like that. The fashionistas individuals are Taurus, Leo, Libras, Sagittarius. Y'all could dress people under the table. I'm telling y'all zodiac signs be having people kind of feel embarrassed. Like y'all talking about when y'all want to dress, that is. So obviously sometimes y'all dress down, but when y'all want to dress up, that is, people feel embarrassed. People be like, why this Taurus dress so? This Taurus is dressed to the nine, and I'm like. So the Epiphany, the 6th of Ariel, this is New York. The Epiphany of the 6th of Ariel and the King of Raphael right here speaks any day now, but it speaks to how it is that you Taurus, you just keeping yourselves busy, you're keeping yourselves focused, and you're just making sure that, the things that you want, you're actually going and getting and not having too much time on your hands to sit, sulk, be upset about something, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, idle time is the devil's workshop. And so the King of Raphael, right, represents how A lot of you, even if you were to sit around, you're not going to sit around forever in a day, right? That's just not who you are anymore. So a lot of you will take 1, 2 days off, right? Maybe even a week off. But even if you're taking a week off, you're still doing things, right? You still will potentially be cleaning up your place. That will be your version of downtime, right? Your resting will be for the 8 hours when you take time off. And so you Taurus, like I said, you're just getting the full experience of what it is to actually live your life and be joyful for a little bit from January to March. You really wasn't having things go your way. Now things are going your way. It's like, again, I see a lot of smile on you Taurus's faces and stuff like this, and that's good. That's great. That's amazing. The Knight of Raphael and the Six of Michael, right, represents how since that I thought she was acting up. Anyway, the Knight of Raphael and the Six of Michael represents how, and so that's the situation, right? The Knight of Raphael is about how, and so like I said, things are going your way, right? So the things that you want to actually go your way, you're very excited to actually get the things that you want to, and more good health, more money, more of what it is that you want, less of what you don't. And you Taurus are stable, right? You're not going anywhere for a long time. Good. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, these types of readings is like, I really can't dress it up fancifully. Things are going well. The Six of Michael, and, so much so to the point where don't be surprised if you have to kind of protect that, because some people, an ex may come back. Don't be surprised if people want to talk to you and stuff like this, because they see how attractive you are. They see how things look good for you. So just I don't know, just be on your P's and Q's, because sometimes people will hang around you just so that they can get some sort of financial benefit from you, or maybe because you look good, or whatever the case may be. And so that's a good sign. It's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because it means that you're doing something right. And obviously it's a bad thing because you don't want people to be using you, right? You actually want people to care about you. So, my brother who's a Taurus, he goes through the same thing too. He goes through the same thing. And or I should say went through the same thing. And he's good, and you Taurus are good too. So let's clarify some of these cards. Some of you Taurus, though, you may have to watch out for forsaking love and be like, bah, humbug, I don't want any love. Two of Raphael, you may have to watch out for that. You may have to, if people coming to you, my honest suggestion to you, don't fight it. Just accept that people are coming to you, because you can't really stop people from trying to get access to you. You can stop people from how much access you give to them, but you can't really stop people from approaching you, right? Unless you have bodyguards. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have bodyguards. But if a person comes up to you and you don't really want to give them a chance, then just respectfully be like, nah, you don't want to give them a chance. And then other than that, just move on with your life. But my suggestion for you is do not be like, nah, bah humbug, forget about love entirely. Number one, it's not good for you Taurus to do that. It will make y'all unwell. It's not good for y'all to do that, because you Taurus are the lovers of the zodiac. You love to love, and there's nothing wrong with that. What is wrong with modern day people is they try to take advantage of that. So you can still be in your love as much as you want. You just have to know how not to be taken advantage of, and be in love, and have a life of your own. And you're good. So let's clarify the Six of Michael. You know, I may like someone, I may like somebody, okay, I may like somebody and be getting to know them. But just because I like them doesn't mean I'm gonna let them walk all over me proverbially. I still will stand my ground if I see that they're running it and be like, nah. And that's part of the reason why it is to hold on. Let me say this. That's part of the reason why it is that I'm single now, because of the fact that I'm not just gonna let someone come in and then run all over me, and because of the fact that I have the ability to say something. So let's clarify the Six of Michael. You have the Lovers, Eight of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Knight of Wands, Hierophant. These 5 cards right here to clarify the Six of Michael. This is about how y'all are in position, because the Lovers, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords is that it represents that you're gonna get people who are attracted to you. You just have to be able to understand what exactly you want. Don't say no to all love, because that's not the best way. That's not a very preferable way. Just be on your P's and Q's. Get to know people a little bit. They're not what it is that you want. You scrap some of those people off the list. That's what you do. Don't say no to all love, because the most rundown people in the world are people who try to say no to all love. No, I don't love anybody. Yeah, that may not be the best thing. No, I don't love anybody. But then love is actually, and it's been proven. If you want to know a little bit more about this, let me know in the comment section. I'll pull up the evidence. People who experience love are actually more intelligent than people who do not. So all the people trying to fight against it, no, I ain't getting into love. Yeah. People who experience love and who are not afraid of it tend to have higher IQs. So just don't get upset. Just accept people for who they are when you learn a little bit about them, and leave them alone if they're not up to what you want, right? The Nine of Wands and the Hierophant. Hierophant is Taurus and Sagittarius. And don't let anybody get at you from a religious standpoint. And they turn out to be, it can't be duplicitous. It can't be they're getting at you from a religious standpoint, but then they are saying one thing about the religion thing, but then they're doing another, right? Their religion, they have to practice that. They have to have integrity and the religion together. They can't do it separately. They can't talk about the religious stuff and then be lacking ethics, because it means that they're using religion as a disguise to use you, Taurus, for whatever they want. And there's a lot of people who are out here like that, right? So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We have 22,520 something. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all, so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. As it is, I said before, if y'all want to come through and get a personal reading, the link to that is in the comment section, called the Linktree link. Come and get the readings now, because tomorrow I'm going to be swamped I'm telling y'all, the whole day. That's it. Peace.